Chinese food is usually very rich. This greasy scene is not uncommon in China, from the small streets in the countryside to the bustling cities like Shanghai or Beijing. Watch cooking videos in China about food in China, and you might wonder why there is so much grease and how so many people can eat so much fat without worrying about their health or long-term effects. This will be explained by both location and cultural habits. China is a large country with an area of more than 9.6 million square kilometers, stretching from the arid Gobi Desert in the north to the humid tropical forests in the south. This geographical diversity has shaped how people have eaten over thousands of years, and grease is one of the most important things to adapt to nature. Of course, come to northern China, where the winter season is usually long, and the temperature often drops below minus tens of degrees Celsius. For example, in Heilongjiang province, grease marks are not just cooking ingredients, but also a vital source of energy. A typical example for the northern region of China is related dishes such as meat jelly in the east. This dish is made from stewed pork in lard for 4 to 5 hours to create a layer of soft, fatty fat inside the mouth. According to nutrition researchers, a worker in this area needs approximately 3,000 to 3,500 calories per day to stay healthy in the cold winter, and pork fat with 900 calories per 100 grams is a good, cheap, and effective choice to meet these needs. That is also in the northern plains, where the land and crops depend heavily on erratic weather. People still create this type of donut made from flour kneaded with salt, then deep-fried in lard at high temperatures, about 180 degrees Celsius, for 3 to 4 minutes. Such a cake will provide approximately 400 calories, enough for a farmer working in the fields all morning. Historical statistics from the Ming Dynasty show that every family in the North China region usually consumes at least 10 kilograms of lard per year to survive the winter, demonstrating the importance of grease in daily life. The north is cold and the south is warm, even more so in the south-central country, where the climate is hot and humid and the land is mainly used for growing crops. Vegetable oil has become an option, a more popular choice than animal oils. The Yangtze River Delta is known as China's granary, producing more than 60% of the country's soybeans, equivalent to 20 million tons per year. From soybeans, people press out soybean oil, which accounts for 45% of China's total vegetable oil production. China has been consuming vegetable oil since ancient times, and a typical dish from this region is crispy fried fish from South Lake River fish, caught from Dongting Lake, one of China's largest freshwater lakes. The fish will then be deep-fried in soybean oil at 170 degrees Celsius for about 5 to 6 minutes for golden, crispy skin, while the meat inside remains tender and sweet. A fish weighing 500 grams requires about 200 milliliters of oil for frying. This clearly illustrates how vegetable oil is associated with the cuisine of the region. Men or even terrain also play an important role in the use of oil in Chinese cuisine. In the Sichuan Mountains, with an average altitude of over 3,000 meters above sea level, people have developed a technique called flash stir-frying, cooking food quickly over high heat to save time and firewood. A plate of stir-fried vegetables with garlic can be completed within 2 minutes, with 3 to 4 spoonfuls of soybean oil, a testament to the adaptability of this oil, which helps in fast cooking while maintaining high temperatures, guaranteeing crispy, fresh vegetables and evenly cooked meat without losing nutrients. The very diversity of geography, from the plains to the high mountains, from cold to hot and humid, has made grease an indispensable part of Chinese life. If geography lays the foundation, then culture is the glue that binds Greece to Chinese life and history. More than 5,000 years of history, this land has gone through severe famine periods, where food energy, such as oil, was not only food, but also a symbol of prosperity and hope. A typical example is Beijing roast duck, born in the Yuan dynasty, and this dish is now famous all over the world. To make this dish, people dip the duck in hot oil at 170 degrees Celsius for 40 to 50 minutes. Then hang it up to let the skin dry, creating the perfect crispness. A heavy duck weighing about 2 pounds needs about 1 litre of oil to make it transform. And when finished, the skin is shiny gold, shining like a work of art. This dish was once reserved for royalty, but today it is the focus of a feast, with more than 3 million roast ducks consumed each year in Beijing, equivalent to 3 million litres of oil used for this dish alone. Oh, Greece goes further than philosophy. Yin and yang in Chinese culture also contribute to explaining oil usage habits. According to ancient Chinese books, food is divided into hot and cold to balance the body's fat with heat, often used to neutralize elements like cold materials, such as vegetables, fish, or salt. Moreover, the Chinese also appreciate aroma, color, and taste. The flavor of the dish is key to achieving all three of these elements. For example, when frying a chicken in peanut oil at high heat, 160 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes, until golden brown, the fragrance spreads for dozens of meters, and the fatty taste wafts through every piece of meat, from holidays to family meals. Grease is not only the raw material, but also a way to express affection, generosity, and cultural identity. Chinese cuisine is famous for its diversity, from the 8 major schools such as Sichuan, Guangdong, and Shandong, to thousands of local dishes. Grease marks are the connecting thread, linking everything from preparation to taste. Finally, in Sichuan, oil is upgraded to make art with chili oil, a mixture of soybean oil heated to 200 degrees Celsius, mixed with dried chili pepper and sesame seeds. A bowl of noodles like that cannot lack 2 or 3 tablespoons of chili oil for a spicy, numbing taste. According to data from the Sichuan government in 2023, for this province alone, more than 1.2 million tons of vegetable oil are consumed each year, of which 1/3 is used as a condiment like chili oil. Cooking a pot of Sichuan hot pot to serve about 4 people requires approximately 300 milliliters of oil to create a red layer of fat floating on the surface. The oil retains heat and enhances flavor. The oil also plays a role in special food preservation. In the time before refrigerators in Yunnan, salted meat was soaked in lard to preserve it through the long winter. A heavy piece of meat, about 1 kilogram, requires 300 grams of lard to preserve. On average, a family here will store 5 to 10 pounds of fat each year. 5 years ago, this might have sounded like a sentence from the past, but today it is still relevant. Maybe the Chinese want to change, but they are also afraid of Greece like many other countries. Since 1978, when China opened its economy, rapidly changing lifestyles have brought new health issues. According to the World Health Organization, obesity rates in China were only 1% in 1980, but by 2023 they had reached 16%, with more than 200 million Chinese people being obese. Type 2 diabetes affects 120 million people, and cardiovascular diseases cause 40% of deaths. At Tsinghua University, one of China's famous universities, research has shown that the average person in China consumes 42 grams of oil per day, which is twice the World Health Organization's recommendation. Foods like pork hot pot or fried chicken, once considered pride, are now seen as the enemy of health. But fat still has a strong appeal. A survey in 2023 in Beijing shows that 72% of young people still eat fried foods at least 3 times a week, even though they know it is not good for health and carries so many risks. We also understand why the Chinese eat so much fat. It is the result of a long journey where geography lays the foundation and culture breathes life into cuisine, elevating the level and style. From cold-resistant meat in the northeast to Sichuan's spicy chili oil, from filling fried dumplings to roast duck with fat, it has accompanied the nation through all the ups and downs. It was a leaf shielding against harsh nature, a symbol of prosperity, and the spiritual soul of cooking, as well as the essence of nature. Whether life today is facing health challenges or not, grease marks are still an indispensable part of Chinese identity. Flowers and you, do you dare to try these dishes full of oil or not? Leave a comment below.